We are Mac and the Big Cheese, and we're tailgating here in the parking lot at the California Speedway. We got some awesome recipes. You excited for this DVD?
I am too. It's going to be a tailgate recipe, whether you're going to be watching a race car, a NASCAR event, or you're going to be at a football game. It's all about tailgating, and tailgating is all about food.
Food and friends, bringing people together through food and laughter. Come on, folks, I'm starving. You want to go make some recipes?
Let's get it started.
Come on. So, hey, tailgate cooking here at the California Speedway. This is Pat and Mac, I'm the Big Cheese. We're ready to rock and roll with some great tailgate recipes for the parking lot while you're at the big game or at the big race. You see that smoking right there? That's our careers, folks. We're on fire.
Yes, that's right. Most people think about doing Dutch ovens in the mountain when you're camping, but today we're going to be doing Dutch oven cooking at the tailgate right here, right now, and we've got a great recipe. This is peaches and pork in the Dutch oven.
If Pat stands here long enough, we can have some smoked pork right here. With
not working, is it?
Shut up, Pat.
Not working,
he really thinks he's thin. This is delusional. All right, so we have a Dutch oven recipe. What do you want to start off with?
All right, first thing we're going to start off with is we have our insert.
Typical.
We're going to be using an aluminum insert inside of our Dutch oven because this way, when we're out in the parking lot, this means we have to do zero cleanup
None,
when we're done.
Zero.
So we're going to start with a
spray.
little spray here. We want to fill up the pan.
No stick. Okay, we have regular stuffing, all right? A box of stuffing.
Now,
You're gonna pour that in there.
Inventive and you're really ambitious and you want to make your own stuffing from scratch, feel free, make your own stuffing from scratch. But when you're out inside of a parking lot and you're trying to make it as easy as possible, that's the easiest way. Just get some regular.
Because everyone complains on our DVDs. They're like, "Oh, we don't want to make all that stuff in the parking lot. We don't want to do homemade stuff." Then this is your solution.
You're going to start with 1 can of chicken broth. We're going to pour that in there and we're going to stir that up.
Okay, nice. Now we have pork chops that's been lightly seasoned with a little salt, a little bit of pepper. All right, we're going to take this and we're going to lay this right across the stuffing, all right? Now what you can do is make sure they're spread out. Make sure they're exposed because we're going to put a little extra ingredient in this that's going to make this delicious. All right, like that. Now come in and check this out. I want you to see this right here. The pork chops are
very simple.
Laid right across the bed of stuffing here. Now we're going to add
1 can of peaches.
Hold on.
Oh, what do we add?
1 can of peaches.
1 can.
Ha ha, go ahead,
really?
Put it on.
1 can of peaches.
All right, now we left a little bit of the juice left in the can. You can do fresh peaches if you want. We highly recommend to do that. But the syrup that's in this can is going to make this recipe a little bit sweeter and it's going to make it a little more delicious while you're in the parking lot. This is going to bring a lot of friends over, a lot of new people that you haven't met yet. Look at that. Not only is it beautiful, but it's going to be delicious. Pat, let's put this in the Dutch oven, and you're going to tell them how we're going to prepare this while we're in the woods.
Yes, what we're going to do is we have our coals cooking on the stove right over here, inside of our chimney stack, and all I did was fire up the grill, burn it for 2 minutes, and got my coals going. We have a couple minutes left, and the coals are going to be ready, and what we're going to do is we're going to put coals underneath and coals on top, and we're going to cook this for about 40 minutes.
How many coals?
We're going to put 8 coals on the bottom, 16 coals on the top.
As usual.
This is going to run us about 400 degrees. It's a little warmer outside, so maybe a little bit higher than that. So we're going to keep an eye on the cooking.
How long are we going to let this cook?
40 minutes.
40 minutes. Okay, 40 minutes. We'll be back. We're going to put the coals on there. What is this called again? Peaches and pork.
Pork and peaches.
Pork and peaches.
Peaches and pork.
All right, we'll see you soon, guys. All right, let's cook it.
All right, the coals are ready. As you can tell, there's no more smoke. That's a key indicator that the coals are ready. You got a flame that's going to be coming up. What we're going to do now is we're going to, what are you doing? I'm going to dump my coals right in here, just half of them. Now I'm going to spread them around.
How many is that, about 8?
Well, I'm going to do about 10 on this one because I have a bigger pot this time. So now I've got my gloves on because you have to make sure you have your special gloves, otherwise you're going to burn yourself. I'm going to create a little circle in here because when I put my Dutch oven in here, I don't want any coals directly underneath my Dutch oven.
All right, so now you make a circle, Pat, because you want it on the outside of the Dutch oven. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay,
so
show us what you do.
I'm going to lay my pot right on top of the coals.
Okay. See, now the coals aren't directly underneath, but they're along the side.
And now I'm going to take the rest of the coals.
Yep.
Right on top.
All right.
Spread these around in a circle so I can create a convection. Anytime you have heat pushed against each other, it's going to create a convection inside your Dutch oven. And that's why we double the coals from the bottom to the top. And then
And whenever Pat burns himself, you can always smell pork, folks. Remember that. Always pork. Shush, Pat. Blue plate would be good. How's it looking, Patty?
It's looking good.
Oh,
Got about
man.
10 more minutes.
That looks awesome.
And that'll be ready to go. Start off with 2 nice thick cuts of pork chops. You want to use boneless pork chops for this one because you're already getting First thing I'm going to start off with is just a little bit, not too much, just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to take it, I'm going to rub it in for flavor. I'm going to flip it over, and you're going to do both sides on this, real easy. And then you're going to want to make sure that you have your grill preheated. I already preheated my grill to high, and we're going to do this on indirect heat. I'll show you that in a second. Then we're going to use just simple Cajun seasoning. Use your favorite Cajun seasoning. It doesn't matter what kind, just as long as you have a favorite. If you don't have a favorite, then just go ask your meat manager at the meat department what his favorite is, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Then we're going to do both sides of this when we do this, but we're also going to use crushed red pepper flakes on each side. Not too much, just a few of them, just to give it enough heat to bug everybody at your tailgate. So we're going to do both sides, and we're going to put this on the grill. What's great about this particular recipe is it is different than you can have at tailgate. Most of the time, everybody's going to be doing ribs and steak and tri-tip. Here we go, pork chops. Both sides. Now we're going to put this on the grill just like that. What we're going to do is when we're grilling,
Is this pork chops? Is this like cannibalism if we eat this?
now the recipe has gone bad. Okay. It was doing great earlier.
Pokey!
We're out of him, but now he has to come
You look
back
good.
in
Let's
here.
put some Cajun seasoning on you.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take our pork chops and we're going to go indirect heat. So I have my heat on here. So I'm going to put my pork chops on the side that is not heated. All right? And what's going to happen is it's going to create a convection inside here, and it's going to roast it when I shut the lid. So I'm going to close the lid. Heat's going to come up here. It's going to push over, and it's going to roast it and bake it right inside. So it's that Cajun seasoning that blackened right up. We're just going to take, and this isn't going to take much longer. We're just going to let this cook for like maybe 5 minutes longer because we have about 10 minutes on one side, 5 minutes on the other, and then we're going to let it sit for another 5 minutes, just like that. All right, we are back. The pork chops are done. The Cajun pork chops are finished. I'm going to take them off the grill now. What I'm going to do is how you plate this particular recipe for your tailgaters. What you want to do is you want to make nice thin slices. Serve it over a plate. Does not have to sit there and cut his own food or hurt. Just like, you smell that? So you just angle it. Give it a nice angle right here. Keep those juices.
angle, Pat.
Would you get out of there? That's for the guest. You are not a guest. That is for sure.
I'm your boss.
And then what you are, oh, please get out of here. Then what you're going to do is you're just going to take, he's going to lay that over the rice, just like that. Now the reason why you want to use a rice pilaf for this is because this is going to be spicy. and the rice pilaf is going to take the flavor down for you when you mix it together. And then, wow, it's got a lot of flavor just on its own. Get out of here! Get out of here! No! 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 I'll stab you with my knife. Get I'm gonna plate this up for our real guest. That right there was not a guest. That's an annoyance. That's like pest. I need Billy the exterminator. Get rid of him. Look at that. When was the last time you saw that served at a tailgate? That's what I thought. That's it.
That's how you're gonna plate it.
So we're gonna plate
I
it.
left some over here, nice shot. Give me this thing. You're an idiot.
Oh, what are you doing? No, that's where the other one goes.
All right, nice. Look at that. Cajun pork over rice pilaf.
Or on the side of
Smell
rice.
of driving.
On the side of rice pilaf.
Thanks for your input, jerk. Big Cheese is here. We're making stuffed shrimp, folks. This is a very simple, very easy recipe, appetizer in the wood to get things started while you're out there tailgating at a NASCAR event. Starts with a little bit of cream cheese. We make it nice and soft, room temperature, right? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix in some ingredients. We have a little bit of chopped garlic, about 2 tablespoons. Throw that in there. We have chives, chopped chives. Throw that in there. We have a little bit of Cajun seasoning, just a tad, just to spice it up, not too much. A little bit of pepper, all right? Just a couple shakes of pepper. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna mix this up. All right, what you're gonna do is you're gonna stuff your shrimp with this mixture right here. A couple minutes is gonna go by here. We're gonna make sure, maybe a little more pepper. I like mine with a little kick, so boom. All right, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna get these jumbo shrimp. Get the biggest shrimp you can. This is probably like 10, 15 shrimp, which means approximately 10 to 15 of these are in a pound. You cut it right down the back of the shrimp, leaving an opening. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your stuffing, you're gonna put that like this, all right? And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take pancetta and you're gonna wrap this around the shrimp. Now you're thinking to yourself, well, that looks sloppy. How's it gonna stay together? Take some toothpicks. Put that right in the back of the shrimp, like that. Maybe you may need a second one just to make sure it come at a different angle. Boom. Okay, folks, we have the stuffed shrimp finished. Pancetta's wrapped around. We got the cream cheese filling on the jumbo shrimp. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put it on the grill. Right now I'm at 375. We have a pan in there. Because of the cream cheese is gonna be leaking out the sides, we're gonna cook it in the pan so that it doesn't get all over the grill. Put it right here on your pan. I'm gonna stuff the rest of them, grill them up nice and fast, and we'll be back real soon. All right, our shrimp is starting to brown up a little bit. It's starting to cook all the way through, which is why we want the pancetta crispy. We want that shrimp cooked all the way through, and then it's gonna just burst in your mouth with flavors. This is gonna be awesome. I'm excited about this one. About 5 more minutes on this. And then we get some other shrimp over here. A little extra shrimp with a little Cajun season, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of oil. That's a little extra appetizer right there. Yeah! Pancetta's nice and browned up. The shrimps are cooked all the way through. And we are almost ready to do this. This is, you can't get a better appetizer. It's decadent, it's delicious, it's bursting with flavors, and it's simple and easy and not too expensive. This is Tailgate, buddy. Our stuffed shrimp are done. They look amazing. They're bursting with flavor. The pancetta is browned up. The shrimp are cooked through, and the stuffing is just oozing out the sides. So this is a great appetizer while you're tailgating at a NASCAR event, football game, wherever you feel like cooking in a parking lot. This will get the party started. Let's dig in. Who wants one of these, huh? Don't forget to take out those toothpicks too, but I wouldn't tell Pat that because I love to see them bursting out the side of his cheeks. I'm not gonna feed this to you.
I want to see you eat it.
All right, no problem. You can see me eat all of these.
Ugh.
Actually, take a bite of that. Eat it!
I'm gonna eat it here in a second.
Are you afraid to eat something? That's a first. Bite of that.
Ah, would you stop eating in my ear? It's gross.
Camera guy, you want one? Oh. Big Mike?
All right, this next recipe we have here, this is a turkey Tex-Mex recipe, and you're gonna serve this on a tortilla shell. And this is gonna be perfect for your guest at your tailgate or at your next campground because they're gonna...
This has got a great recipe, folks. Delicious, easy, right?
Yeah. All right, so what we're gonna start off with is we're gonna turn our pan on. We want this to go on high. We want a nice high heat on our skillet.
All
So
right.
what we're gonna start with here is we're gonna start with 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil.
All right.
Then we're going to take 2 tablespoons of chopped garlic.
We have a little salt and pepper, as always, folks. To season up your oil. All right. And now this is kind of healthy, Pat, because we're not using beef, right?
We're using ground turkey.
All right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take 1 whole yellow chopped onion.
Okay.
Toss that in there, and then we're going to take 1 whole chopped green pepper.
Button mushrooms, cut into quarters. Throw those in there. Let them saute for a little while. Now what you're going to do is, right now you're sauteing the vegetables. You're getting ready to throw your meat in there. We have a little bit of turkey meat, which we're going to throw in there, nice and healthy. It's lean. It's going to really, really taste delicious, and that's what you want. You don't want to be eating brats all day and hot dogs and hamburgers. You want to spice up a little something healthy. That's why we have this turkey, ground turkey beef. Boom.
Throw that in there, just like that. And that's why you want the vegetables to cook with the turkey inside, because the vegetable is going to take into the flavor right into the turkey, and it's all going to come together real nicely.
All right, now we're going
gonna
to
do is
saute this up for a little bit, right,
yeah,
Pat?
this is going to take about 5-6 minutes over a high heat. So we're going to be back. Once we're back, we're going to finish putting everything together, which is only two ingredients to put on here.
Come check it out, though. Look at the beauty here. The colors. All right, we back? Are we rolling? Let's finish up this turkey Tex-Mex recipe, Pat. We have all the turkey cooked up with our onions,
Yes,
our
as you-
peppers, our mushrooms, our garlic, our olive oil, a little bit of salt and pepper in there as well.
Are you done yammering?
Kind of. Let's
All
put some more
right,
pepper
a
in.
little more pepper in there.
All right.
Now, as you can tell, there's not a lot of grease in here at all.
No.
This is not a greasy recipe at all.
Healthy.
So this is actually a very healthy recipe so far. But of course, after we put the cheese on, it won't be as healthy. But now we're going to add black bean salsa.
Black bean and corn salsa.
We're just going to take a...
About a cup and a half.
yeah.
All right, and we have about a cup of cheddar jack cheese. All right, the cheddar jack cheese is going to give it a little kick, but it also is going to bring it all together. All right, so after you get that mixed up, throw the cheese in there.
This is all going to melt down.
Now this looks delicious, but how do you serve this?
Serve this on a tortilla shell.
All right.
So you make sure you get loaded up on your tortilla shells. You can warm your tortilla shells on another saute pan if you what? Or you can just serve
I
it
prefer
as
to
is.
do them right on the grill. This is another way to get your tortilla chips ready to go. Here we go, look, boom. All right, you heat them up, you drop them. What it's gonna do is this is gonna heat them up, so when this Tex-Mex recipe is done, all you gotta do is flip these suckers, boom, boom. Oh, I think I did smell. All right, now what you can do, this is gonna heat up, it's gonna melt. No, don't judge me. Who cares? I want my tortilla chips burned. So we're gonna put, after this is completely cooked through, it's gonna be another couple minutes. We're gonna put them on the tortillas and we're gonna be ready to go.
It's nice and burned.
That's how tortilla shells
Such
should
a
be.
moron.
Who wouldn't want to eat that? Make it
Look at that,
crispy.
you can play frisbee with it now.
Or you can just smack your face with it. Yes! Look at that. Looks pretty good, right?
Looks like your career.
Crispy. Oh shoot, I'm burning the other ones. Is this almost done?
This is
No,
done.
you're laughing at.
This is finished.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
I
it
can't
is.
hear the sizzle.
Listen, it's done. Fuck you in the face. This one's finished. Got him
Hold on,
burning
ready?
it again.
3.
I want to cut the guy.
All right, let's plate this stinker up.
Take one of those burned ones. There you go. Just like that.
Ah, hot.
Now stuff it in your face.
Now look. Boom. Turkey Tex-Mex. Turkey Tex-Mex tacos.
Turkey Tex-Mex tacos.
All right, put that over there.
What am I gonna do with this thing?
Well, I'm gonna plate it up, you dummy.
I'm not gonna
What are we
plate it
gonna
up,
do?
I'm gonna eat it.
No.
Oh, that's good.
All right. Give me a plate. I'm confused. Turkey Tex-Mex. Nice. How's it look? Does it look pretty good? Does it look sloppy? Ah! You're not even mic'd up.
All right, guys, we're gonna do a dessert for our tailgate because everybody here is gonna have a sweet tooth after having all that spicy food that we had earlier.
Dutch
We're
oven
gonna-
desserts,
Absolutely.
Pat.
This is a Dutch oven dessert. This is a new dessert. This is so brand new. We've
That
never
we-
done it before. This is the first time we've
This
ever
is
done it. So
a,
this
it's
is
a blueberry white chocolate,
chocolate
peanut butter cake.
which is, I know, it sounds
Busy,
odd, we're
but
gonna
it's
try
gonna.
it.
It sounds good.
Basically, all you're going to start with just is one box of cheap white cake mix. It doesn't
Okay.
matter what brand, it doesn't matter what flavor, because you're going to be adding a whole bunch of stuff.
Dump
to
it in there.
You're going to dump
all
it in
right?
there.
About a cup of milk. Boom. Dump that in there.
1 can of blueberry pie filling.
Okay.
Just regular blueberry pie filling.
All right.
Right
This is
there.
chopped peanuts and pecans. The whole thing?
Uh,
Nah, about
About
that much.
All
Okay.
right. Then I have probably about 10 to 12, maybe 15 Reese's peanut butter cups, somewhere around that count. You can go heavier if you want. You can go lighter if you want. But we're going to use about that much.
Woo!
What we're going to do here now is we're
Mix
gonna
it
go ahead
up,
and just
baby.
Mix this up while you litter in the parking lot. That was very well done,
So
Mike.
someone will pick it up. All right.
Yeah, our assistant will pick it up. Way to put him to work.
Look at the colors. Oh, this is gonna be a purple cake. I thought it was gonna be a white cake, but
It's going to be a purple cake.
it's a purple cake.
Blueberry, so it better be purple, but it's going to have all that Reese's peanut butter cup in
This
there.
is gonna be kind of interesting,
It's gonna
Pat.
be very interesting. And what
Look
we're
at the
gonna do-
colors here, guys. Bring it on in. I'm gonna throw some more nuts in here because I think we're nuts for making this stupid recipe to begin with. I wonder if after we cook it up, if it's still gonna be purple, Pat.
I don't know.
It's gonna look like Grimace, like you.
Yeah, it's gonna
Your
still be
purple
and
cheeks.
all that chocolate and that peanut
Melted
butter's gonna
together.
Melt together.
Well, this is a new one, so let's see what it looks like. This is called blueberry white nut peanut butter chocolate cake.
But for football fans, we're gonna call
Pans.
football
Yeah, no, we'll call them
fans.
pans.
Football fans, we're gonna call it the Purple Crush.
Because what you're going to do is after you eat it, you're going to purple crush it. Ah, come
What,
on.
really? You gotta go that angle.
Yeah, okay. All right. So you got to throw in the Dutch oven, guys. 16 coals. Enough. 16 coals on the top, 8 on the bottom, and let's see what this looks like.
Put that in the Dutch oven.
This is going to look good, though. It's purple. I've never had a purple cake before. Just
Look at
stop
that.
touching
Give me a spoon.
everything.
Give me a spoon.
Oh, here we go with the pig stuff.
Ooh, that's good.
Let's check out
Yeah,
this disgusting
we're
cake.
gonna check this cake out. We've never done this cake before. We took white cake mix and blueberry. So now we're gonna see what happens.
And peanut butter Reese's Pieces or whatever it was.
Let's take a look here.
Ooh, actually, it looks pretty good.
Doesn't look too bad. It's got a little bit longer to go.
Yeah, not too much
Not
longer.
too much longer, just a few more minutes.
That's pretty cool.
That does
I was
actually look
expecting to
pretty
go, ugh.
Well, wait till we taste it. Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be bad tasting
I don't
either.
think it's gonna be bad at all.
Hey, you didn't mess up too bad after all. We'll be back. 2 more minutes. Oh, you're dead. You're dead. You got me right up there. Got me right off the. Oh. Ooh.
So good. So good. I'll punch you in the nuts again.
Ooh. Man. Woo! It's pretty good to me. All right, guys, so our white cake with blueberries and the peanut butter chocolate pieces is done. Look at that. We pull that out. I want to start eating this thing immediately.
Let's just dig right in.
All right.
Just dig in here.
Yeah, it's done.
Ooh, look at that.
Look at the texture. That looks pretty cool, man. It's like purple, but nice and crispy brown on the top.
Ooh.
It's a masterpiece.
Oh, that's really good. That is. Oh, you can taste the Reese's peanut butter cups in there.
All I taste is burned skin.
What it,
This is scalding hot.
that is. Oh God.
That's what you get, jerk. What a small target.
Stop it. Ugh. Get out of here.
Oh. Oh. The Big Cheese is back. We have a pesto potato salad. Very simple, very easy. Another great tailgate recipe. It has lots of colors, lots of flavors. And it starts with potatoes cut up into chunks, boiled, and then you drain them, and then you let them cool. So they're nice and cool. Dump them in there into an aluminum pan, right? And now we're gonna make our pesto mayo sauce that we're gonna combine with our potatoes. Take mayonnaise, classic mayonnaise, dump this into a container like this. I don't know, about that much. Now we have pesto. Now we made our own pesto. A lot of you guys can go to the supermarket, get your pre-made pesto. It's pine nuts, garlic, basil, oil, salt and pepper. We have about, I don't know, 4 or 5 tablespoons of that. Toss that in there with your mayonnaise. And now we're gonna get the onions and the celery. Celery's chopped up nice and fine. This gives a little crunch to it. Dump that in there. Can I have a spoon, please, when you get a chance? I have white onions, chopped up nice and small, all right? You're gonna add that in there. There's gonna be a little flavor to that as well. Now, I'm gonna have my wooden spoon coming over. Look at that, it's like magic. Mix this up, folks. It's gonna turn green. You wanna make sure that all your vegetables, especially your celery and your onions in this particular recipe, You're gonna mix it all together. And then I'm gonna need some salt and pepper too, please, when you get the chance. All right, so look, this is our pesto mayo right now. We're gonna add this to our potato salad in just a moment. All right, it has a nice, it kind of looks like Dijon mustard in a way. All right, so,
Have your act together. You'll be all right.
well, if you weren't ruining things, we'd be fine. All right, now we can put a little pepper in there. It can always depend on someone coming over right in the middle of a recipe. All right, it's very simple, very easy. You take that, you drop it into your cooled potatoes like this, and then you're gonna mix it around. All right, this is gonna be delicious. Look how easy that was. What did that take, about 4 minutes to make this potato salad? We're gonna add a little, because we added so many potatoes here, we're gonna add a little bit more salt and pepper, but then you are done and ready for a nice side dish, whether it be with a nice pork tenderloin or with some kind of chicken cordon bleu recipe or any other of our recipes that you can find on our cookbook, which is on Ultimate Outdoor Cooking. Very simple, very easy pesto potato salad in the woods, folks. Get a look at this.
Everybody's used to doing burgers and hot dogs and brats for Tailgate. We're going to do something that a lot of people may have forgotten about. I kind of feel that this one's gotten a bad rap. Sloppy Joes. People kind of forget about Sloppy Joes.
I call them sloppy pads.
Yeah,
That's what I call
Sloppy Joes is what we used to get when we were in grade school at hot lunch, and I think that's what kind of
camp.
everybody.
I used to get them at camp a
Oh,
lot.
you used to get them at camp?
Yeah.
Well, that was a different kind. That was a boys' camp. They used to
All
send
boys.
you there for a reason.
My parents didn't want to send me. I wanted to go.
So I'm gonna show you a recipe that my mom used to do when we were kids, and I love this recipe.
Sloppy
First, I'm gonna start
Joes.
with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. If you
Okay.
can grab some
Yeah, I'll
extra
do that.
virgin olive oil. We're gonna start with a hot. It's nice and hot when we do this recipe.
All
We
right.
got our flame going here. And
Boom.
We're gonna take a couple of tablespoons of chopped garlic.
Okay, let that sizzle.
Stir that around, let it sizzle up.
A little bit of pepper.
One whole yellow onion.
All right. Also 1 green pepper, 1 whole one. Yep. We also have some mushrooms here, some chopped up mushrooms, button mushrooms. Boom.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna let that saute up. We're gonna let that sizzle, and then we're gonna put 1 pound of ground beef. And we're gonna let this cook all the way through until the meat is done. When it's cooked all the way through, then we're gonna add the rest of our stuff for our sauce. So what we're gonna do is just put that in there. Let that
What kind of
break up.
bun? After we get this meat cooked up,
We're gonna
what kind of bun?
We're gonna put this in a sesame bun. We want to put this on top of a sesame bun. Put it all together. So this is gonna take about 10 minutes. So we'll be right back, and we'll show you the finished product before we add the rest of our sauces.
Get a close-up of this. Come on over and take a look. Okay, Patty, what do we have here?
We're gonna finish up our sloppy Joe recipe.
Okay.
Check this out. It's all the meat's already
Meat's
cooked. All the way
cooked.
through. The green peppers and the yellow onions and garlic and mushrooms are sautéed right inside the ground beef as it was cooking. Now we're
It's
gonna
nice
make,
and lean too,
yes,
isn't
It's
it?
very lean. So I'm gonna start with 1 can of tomato sauce,
All right.
and we're gonna put about 2 tablespoons of teriyaki in there, just to kind of sweeten it up.
There you go.
Of course, to even sweeten it up even more, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar
Ooh,
to sweeten it
nice.
up and thicken it up.
Little Worcestershire sauce,
Okay.
but that much.
And then 1 tablespoon of hickory smoke,
Just a little bit.
liquid smoke.
The stuff is strong. You do
Just a little
boom.
bit.
That's it.
Just like that.
Now, how much of this? We have some tomato paste
We're
as
gonna
well.
use about a half a can of that tomato paste right there.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna use about a half of a can of that.
Okay.
And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna let it thicken up. We're gonna stir it and we're gonna let it saute
How long?
for about another 10 minutes.
Okay.
Is what it's gonna take. It's gonna thicken up, reduce down, and then we're gonna serve it over a
Sesame seed bun. That was in
There we go.
stereo, folks. Give us
Yes.
about 10 minutes to let this thicken up. We'll be right back.
Sloppy Joes are done.
Done.
You can tell it's nice and thick. It's not runny anymore. You don't want them too runny.
Thickened
When you
up.
put them on top of your bun, you don't want them falling out.
You just want them sloppy. You don't want them runny.
You want them like Mike's house. Sloppy.
You are
Just
so
filthy.
reaching. It's obviously late in the day. Your
Yes.
jokes stink
Yeah, we're
worse
just gonna
now.
Shut this off.
All right, I'm gonna plate this on the sesame seed bun here.
Just like,
Oh my gosh.
and then
All right.
put a lid on it.
All right, one more little scoop. I want to make them sloppy.
There you
All right, guys, look at that.
go. Sloppy Joes.
Tailgate recipes.
Tailgate recipe, Sloppy Joes. It's also great at home. If you want to try this recipe at home, it's going to be really easy. Kids are going to love this. I think I really do believe that we need to bring Sloppy Joes back. You don't see them enough anymore.
Smell that. Smell that. Okay. We're done, buddy.
Look at that.
Hey guys, Big Cheese here. We're gonna do a chicken rolled recipe with vegetables inside. What I did was I took 2 chicken breasts. I put them in a Ziploc bag. I took something like, a thing of garlic, and I pounded it out until it was nice and flat. So check out these chicken breasts, all right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll them. I'm gonna stuff them and roll them. All right, make sure you get the insides. All right, the insides. Now what I'm doing is I'm gonna take a couple pieces of asparagus, which I just cut off the heads, washed them up real good. All right, we're gonna take some more asparagus, this is a smaller one right here. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of button mushrooms that is cut in halves, put that inside as well. All right, very simple, very easy. All right, like that. Now what we have is we have Gruyere cheese. Gruyere cheese is for fondues. We also had it in one of our recipes, our chicken casserole recipe, which is also in our cookbook. You can find it at ultimateoutdoorcooking.com. You like that plug?
Yeah, you like that?
Shut up.
That was really good of you.
Little Gruyere cheese right there. Put that in there.
How do you pronounce it?
Gruyere. No, it's Gruyere. Gruyere. All right, so very simple, very easy. Right now, you're going to do is you're going to take your chicken and you're going to roll it up. All right, and you're thinking to yourself, well, there's too much stuff. How are you going to keep it all in there? And that's what we have these toothpicks for. All right, so take the toothpicks, lock them in.
Why do all your recipes have to be like shoved with toothpicks? Do you know how to cook normal food?
Because I put flavor in my recipes, unlike yourself. All right. Very, very easy. This is going to be delicious. Now you're going to grill this on an indirect heat. You're almost going to bake it, all right? So take your toothpick, close these things up, make sure you include all the ingredients. Now what you're going to do is you take a little extra virgin olive oil, pour that on top, make sure to rub it in, all right? Get all that extra virgin olive oil all over the chicken, all right? One more toothpick here. Okay, then what you're gonna do is put a little Cajun seasoning. All right, a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Okay, and you guys are ready to throw this on the grill.
Throw it on the grill right now. Let's get it over here.
Okay. Woo. Does this have the indirect heat on it, Patty?
This is my non-cooking side. Oh, that looks good.
Okay. Stuffed chicken breasts.
All right, folks, we're back here at our tailgate, and we're going to be making some kebabs. But there's a reason behind these kebabs. For the last few years, my wife and I have spent the last couple of weeks in Hawaii every time in June. So it's kind of like an annual trip of ours. This is one of our favorite recipes that we love to do over there. This is a Hawaiian kebab. And what we're going to do is we're going to throw this on the grill. But it's a really simple, easy recipe. All you have to do is take your wooden skewers and then you put them inside of a Ziploc bag with some water and a little bit of oil. Let these wooden sticks, you want them to soak in there for at least a half an hour or even longer. So that way when you do grill these, the wood doesn't catch fire and it's easier to cook. And the reason why you put oil on there is when it does cook and you slide it out, it will slide off a lot easier. Now this is a really simple ingredient that we're going to be using. We're going to be using big chunks of onion, chunks of chicken, boneless, skinless chicken, pineapple, and then you alternate it all the way through. Now I would normally recommend putting mangoes on here, but the mangoes actually weren't in season right now for us because it's football season right now, so it's not going to work for us. But if you have any in your area, then go for it. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take teriyaki glaze, just a simple teriyaki glaze. You're going to pour that right over the top, just like that. And you're going to take a spoon, you're going to spread it over all the way across. It's going to give it that nice Hawaiian flavor that you need. Now, this is a great recipe for the tailgate in football season if you're lucky enough to play University of Hawaii. If they ever show up at your place, you can play them. We usually play them a lot at Boise State. They show up at Boise State a lot, and then we'll cook Hawaiian food for them, and then they laugh at us because we don't know how to cook it properly. But this recipe I did learn when I was on the islands, so hopefully it is close enough. Then I'm going to take a little bit of garlic salt, just some regular plain garlic salt. Cover that on there, just like that. A little bit of pepper. Of course, I've got my grill going. My grill is all hooked up. It's already heated up. So all I have to do, open this up, take my tongs, lay it on the grill. Just like you can feed a lot of people like this too. What's best about this recipe is you don't have to prep it in the parking lot either. You can actually make these at home, place it in a pan like this, leave the glaze on it for the trip down to the parking lot, throw them on the grill when you're ready to go. One less thing you have to do when you're when you're in the parking lot at a tailgate, or even when you're camping. These actually do make really fun camping trip recipes. These kebabs here, serve it with some little bit of rum, or maybe not a little bit. How about a lot of rum? Serve this with a lot of rum when you're up camping. That's the best way to camp. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this cook for about 15 minutes on each side. We're going to rotate it here, and then we're going to let it cook for just a little bit longer, and then we're going to be all set and ready to go. Would you get your hand out of my face? Now, we'll be right back.
Our game's over.
What are you covering up for?
So guys, the Hawaiian chicken skewers, all finished. The onions are cooked nicely, not too burned.
The pineapple is caramelized. It's got a nice flavor with that teriyaki. Teriyaki glaze and pineapple go so well together.
Yeah, you didn't
So
do
does chicken
badly.
and pineapple.
The mango would have been nice too, but
Yeah, it wasn't in season here.
oh, shut up. You just got a bad mango, admit it. The mango in there is like a football right now.
Actually, I have to admit, when I got it, it was a little mangled. We've got a different type of recipe for you guys here today. This isn't something that you're normally going to be able to find at a tailgate or even up camping, but that's because no one has seen this before. No one has seen this before.
Well, listen, during our live show, everyone complained like, we want something healthy. We want something that's going to be nutritious, vegetarian.
And they actually say it like that because vegetarians are whiny people.
They're starving. They
That's
just
right.
want meat, people.
So we have
here's
a
your recipe.
vegetarian recipe.
You're
this
welcome.
is a very, very healthy recipe, and
Yuck.
we apologize for
Sorry,
that. We will
folks.
make sure that this never happens again.
We want
Because
healthy.
We had to fulfill our contract with the people
We
of
have no
California.
contract. Nobody likes
yeah,
us.
Our soul has been sold. Okay, this is broccoli slaw. You're going to find this in the produce department in the bag lettuce section. It's already clean, it's cut, it's shaved broccoli, shaved carrots, and shaved red cabbage. And all you have to do is take and pour it inside your pan and then make your salad. So
I don't like purple stuff in my
Would
slaw.
you stop throwing
Shut
the
up,
salad
Pat.
away? All right, first thing we're going to start off with here is we have edamame,
Green,
which is soybean.
round, like Pat in his cooking jacket. Look, it kind of looks like Pat if you put like a little hat on him,
Working, is it?
some
Okay,
glasses.
So we're going to take and we're going to dump that in there.
Slivered, toasted almonds, folks. Throw that in there.
All right. Then we have craisins. If you guys aren't familiar with craisins, craisins are raisins with cramps.
That's right.
Okay, so we have
Grumpy,
ugly, disgusting,
crampy raisins.
We're going to toss
All right.
that in.
And then we're going to put some sesame seeds in there. Remember, 272.
Count them out.
Count them out. That's 253 and 272.
All right. Now,
That's right. Now, hold on. I want to mix
stir
this
that
up.
up, get the
Now, look
colors
at the
in there.
colors. Look at the
when
shiny
you're doing
flavors
a tailgate
in there.
recipe, colors are very, very important because all the NASCAR fans will make fun of you for making
Now,
your
Pat
colors
forgot to
pretty.
mention, folks, that if you want to add a little extra flavor to this particular recipe, you can always add food.
Food is good.
That's right,
to put in
food,
something
because this
like
is what
for the
rabbits eat, all
vegetarian.
right? That's why you're
Right.
eating it for free. We make it. We're not eating
Now,
this crap.
all joking aside, if you do want to put something in there that's going to be a little more flavor, poached chicken. And which poaching chicken is a very simple process. You can find it on one of our other DVDs, but basically it's boiling chicken in water, setting it aside, let it cool down, chop it up into small pieces, and put it inside the salad.
I
just
thought
like
poached
that.
chicken is when you go to your neighbor's yard and you shoot their chickens. All right, folks. Now we need a
All right,
dressing for
now, you
this.
can
We need
either
a
go
nice
to the
dressing.
store and buy yourself a bottle of Asian dressing, or you can actually make it from scratch, which is what we're going to do here today. What you want to do is you want to start with a sealable container that has a lid. You're going to put a little bit of salt and pepper in there.
Just a little bit of salt. I know you guys are complaining about all the salt I put into your recipes. Boom.
Enough.
Just
Okay.
that's it. That's
All
fine.
right. 1/3 cup of rice wine vinegar,
2 tablespoons of sesame oil,
2 tablespoons of brown sugar,
2 tablespoons of soy sauce.
and 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil.
Folks, which I don't use. I always use the promiscuous olive oil. I know it's an old joke, but I have to throw it in. Can I throw in my new joke? You know why they call it extra virgin olive oil, folks? Because when you pour it in the pan, it just lays there. Shut up, Pat.
I
Now
like that
shake it
joke.
up.
All right,
You
now-
shut up. People are laughing. I can hear them through the camera.
No, they aren't.
Shake it up,
No,
Pat.
they're
Shake,
turning this up.
shake, shake your body.
This is a family show.
Shut up.
All right, so what we want to do, this is why you're using a sealable container, because you want to make sure that you mix these oils together really well and that they all come together. And then you're going to put this in the fridge or your cooler as is and take this to the tailgate or take this up camping, because you're not going to use this all at once. You're only going to use it on portions at a time when you're serving this. Now, if you do have a big group that you're going to be serving all at once, then you can put it all on there just like we are right now. Would you stop
I don't like
throwing
purple
the food away?
things in my food, Pat. I'm sorry.
Disgusting. All right, so we're just going to simply take and pour that in there.
Now, folks,
just
if you
like
could
that.
smell this, I'm going to mix it up because I want to make sure that it's tossed. But if you could smell it smells like used hockey equipment, folks, like dirty socks.
Smell that?
Healthy. That's all for you healthy
Just
people.
like
you want
really
vegetarian, we
bad
give you
shoes.
healthy. Now, if
Really
you put
disgusting
this in your
shoes.
fridge, how long will it last for?
This will last for up to 4 days with chicken, 5 days without chicken. So if you're getting ready to go to a tailgate, you can make it before you go. But if you're going to do this when you're camping, you can actually make this before you go camping. Now, here's what the best part about this particular recipe is. My wife and I have actually been using this recipe at home on a regular basis. We'll make 1 batch a week. We'll put it in the fridge, and we just take out portions of what we need. It's a very, very healthy lunch. It's also a great. Would you stop throwing food out of the food bin?
Shush, Pat.
All right, so it's going to be just like that. You're going to put it in the fridge. You're going to leave it like that, and it's a very healthy way to be able to feed your
Now,
friends.
folks, you can put that in the refrigerator. How long has this been in here, Pat?
This has been in our refrigerator for 6 weeks.
6 weeks. Don't call us,
6
folks.
weeks.
We'll call you. That's right. Now, very simple, very easy, very healthy tailgate recipe at the big game or the big race.
And you saw how fast and easy it was.
Broccoli slaw, folks.
We'll never make that a mistake again of doing something.
We're not
healthy
going to
like
eat this. I'll never eat this stuff. This
I'm
is
not
for
gonna eat it.
rabbits and idiots. I want some meat. Get me a recipe that has some chunky meat like you.
Dude.
You big pork tenderloin.
Yeah, you can put your arms all the way around me now and it hurts you, doesn't
Barely,
it?
barely. Look at it.
Look
I
at
don't know
this.
why you think you're thin.
You bounced
Look
off
at your
me when you hugged me.
face.
Did you know that?
Your
You bounced
face.
off me.
Yeah, I bounced because you're like a rubber ball.
Look at this. You've gained so much
Shut
weight
up.
this year. I'm loving it.
Still more handsome. No matter, I could
No,
be
you're not.
400
No,
pounds
you
and I'd
are
be
not.
better looking than
You
you.
are not more
Why are you
handsome.
wearing sunglasses and I'm over here squinting like Popeye?
Look at this.
Delusional.
This is
one?
our last
Oh,
one.
another DVD, Pat.
Why'd you make me sick?
Oh,
okay,
I hate your
now,
guts.
this is a recipe that we've been doing all season to our live audience, and we
True.
decided to go ahead and bring it out to our TV audience.
Our
Let everybody know
tailgate
that
audience.
Our tailgate audience, because this actually is a great tailgate recipe, because it's something new, it's something different. This is called sweet potato stew, and the best part about this is it's actually very healthy
Yeah.
recipe. And once again,
Unlike
I
us,
apologize
we're
for doing
sorry.
a healthy recipe for tailgating, but
I know.
if you tailgate as much as I do, you kind of want some healthy food around.
Let's
every
get
once in a while.
going. Extra virgin olive oil, like everything else we
And a
do.
hot saute pan. Then you're gonna put
All right, then we do a little of that, a little salt and pepper. Just a little salt, because I heard you guys have been complaining about how much salt
One
Mike
whole-
puts in
one whole
it.
got 2 celery stalks chopped,
Green onion, green pepper.
1 carrot chopped.
Okay, you're gonna let that saute for a while. This is very much like our chili recipe with all these vegetables.
All right, and then we're gonna take sweet potatoes.
Fresh sweet potatoes cut
raw
up into
sweet
chunks,
potatoes.
cubes.
So we're getting now these. Some areas of the country you can't find white sweet potatoes, but this is a white sweet potatoes. If you can't find white sweet potatoes in the part of the country that you're in, then regular sweet potato yam or just a regular yam will work. So you can do is just chop it up into chunks.
Too many
You're gonna
vegetables. We need meat.
Yes, we do, absolutely.
What do we have?
I have 1 package of sweet apple chicken sausage.
Wow.
Now you can use different flavors of chicken sausage, but this is a sweet apple, which is really nice because it does have a sweet flavor and it goes great with the sweet potatoes. You can take
Now, folks, because we put sweet flavor into it, and you need to complement that flavor with something spicy, put exactly that much in, folks. Measure it out before you put it in. Measure it about that much, and then boom. Measure it out that much. All right. I love when he chokes, especially when he gets in his eyes because the sizzle is Cajun. He won't see for a couple hours, and then I'll have a good time. Okay. Now, you let that saute. Make sure you flip it a couple times to get the flavors going. You want to get that Cajun going. Almost.
Yeah. Now what we're gonna do is, because we have a large saute pan that doesn't have a lid for this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover this with foil, keep it on a medium heat for about 25 minutes. And then we're gonna stir it every once in a while just so it doesn't stick too much. But after a while, it's gonna create its own sauce. And then it's gonna be done.
Like a
so
stew.
In about 25 minutes.
25 minutes, we'll be
come
back.
and check on this.
Sweet potato stew, folks. Sweet potato stew is done, folks. If you get a good look at this, I mean, it looks delicious.
Look at
The
all those
colors,
Once
the
again,
flavors.
It's all about colors.
Very healthy, too. I mean, another great DVD of awesome recipes,
Yes,
Pat.
it is. And what
Congratulations, by the way.
We're going to put this in a pan. We're going to serve this smorgasbord style. We're going to let all of our fans that are tailgating with us just come over here, serve themselves. This is a very healthy recipe. It's very sweet. This is a recipe that you can do at home on a regular basis if you're going to be on any type of a diet. Sweet potatoes are very healthy for you. It's a great substitute for potatoes.
Let's dump it in
kills
there.
me to say
Stop
that because I'm
talking.
from Idaho.
And he looks like a potato. All right, now, folks, thanks for coming and watching another Tailgate DVD from Mac and the Big Cheese. We'll see you soon, folks, and keep on cooking. Another perfect tailgate DVD. That was awesome.
That was awesome, man. We made a lot of food and fed a lot of people today.
Of course, we had a good time making another DVD. You can always check us out at ultimatetailgatecooking.com, ultimatecampcooking.com, ultimateoutdoorcooking.com, and
Macandthebigcheese.com. So, and you also find our schedule on there, so you can come see us live and check out our store. We got a lot of great things on
our
sale.
blogs. Folks, keep on cooking, all right? Whoa.
God damn flies!
Jesus! Get a flies! Oh, it's just you. See you, folks. We'll see you soon. Take care, folks. Good night.
about this recipe is Mike's not here. I'm by myself, so I get to do this alone, which means I can actually get this done without any distraction, and it's going to get done right. This recipe is a Cajun pork chop recipe, and we're going to be serving over this over.
Yeah, it's gonna happen all day.
The best part about this recipe is I'm by myself. Mike's not here. I get to do this one alone, which means it's going to get done right. It's going to get done properly.
Oh! Ah! Oh, look, a nice melted. Who put this there? Who put this on top
Remember,
of
that's
this?
not supposed to melt.
Yeah, well.
Tell the Tupperware.
No, that was the other one. This isn't hers. just let it dry. Hey, Pat's used to that. Hello. Okay. Yum, yum, yum. Woo, woo. Yeah.
We're in Chicago. I am too. But hey, everybody's stuffed. Yeah, because this is what happens when you're right next to an airport.
See you soon, folks. Keep on cooking.
Ow! Ow! You're gonna love it when you hurt yourself. I can't get up. Ow! Jackass.
Get up, hurry up.
Did you leave the house dressed like that? Did you? At what point did you say patterns and plaid go together?
Give me my line! I need my line! Give me that goddamn line!
God, I can't breathe.
Underactor.
Underpaid.
An unconventional kind of a recipe that you're going to be able to find at a tailgate that you're going to be doing.
Sure. Let's start it over. Hey, hate you.